Let's talk wheels. Flyer lead, bobbin lead, Irish tension, Scotch tension, double drive. Does that make your head hurt as much as it hurt mine? Though there are certain things you need to know to talk the spinner's talk, you don't necessarily need to know all of this to start spinning yarn. What you do need to know is, what are the parts of the wheel called? My wheel has parts? Where's my brake and how do I adjust it? What is the brake and what does it do? Where do I put the drive band? My wheel has a band? Where is it? Does it attach to the bobbin or the flyer? What is the flyer? What is a bobbin? How fast should I treadle? How fast do I draft? What is treadling? What is drafting? If I draft, what do I draft? Take a deep breath. As the old saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And the same thing with spinning. We are going to take it step by step, and I'm going to break it down into small little pieces that you can digest really easily. Spinning wheels all do the same thing. They put twist and fiber to make yarn. Wheels can vary greatly in design and function in that some are better for spinning cotton, some are better for spinning bulky, or a good middle-of-the-road wheel. Try as many wheels as you can to pick one that feels good to you. Just because someone loves a wheel, it may not be the right wheel for you. And don't buy the cheapest wheel for your first wheel, especially old antique wheels that are missing parts or need bobbins or other pieces custom made. Better quality wheels are a bit more expensive because the engineering is better. Let's take a look at some of the basics. Let me ask you a question. Would you drive a car before knowing where the steering wheel was, or where the brakes were, or how to change gears? Of course you wouldn't. But now you see there are things you must know before you dive headfirst into spinning yarn on a spinning wheel to succeed and not crash and burn. Stick with me and let's learn some spinning wheel basics to get you on the road to spinning. Wheels come in all shapes or styles. For instance, you have the Saxony style wheel or a castle style wheel, the modern style wheels, great wheels or walking wheels, or even a Sharka spin. But guess what? You don't need to know the style of wheel you have. I will bet you dollars to donuts many spinners have no idea what style wheel they have. Because in the big picture, it doesn't matter to be able to spin a great yarn. But a good thing to know is if your wheel is bobbin lead or flyer lead, single drive, double drive, your whorl sizes, or your ratios. But more on this later. Let's learn the parts of the wheel first. Can you communicate with other spinners using these terms? When you push on these things with your feet, it makes that big wheel go around. And when this big wheel goes around, the thing at the top spins and the yarn winds onto the other turny thing because there's a stretchy string that is connecting the big wheel and the groove on the turny thing, and this makes it go round and round and round. This is the little hole where the yarn is made and winds onto that spinny thing. So do you think by explaining the wheel like that someone else that is a spinner is going to be able to understand what you're talking about? So learn the correct terminology so you can talk to other spinners or wheel manufacturers. So talk the talk of a spinner. So let's take a look at the Louet S10C. Let's just look at the big parts of the wheel. For instance, you have the treadles. This is where you put your feet and you move your feet up and down to make the wheel go. This is the footman connector. It's connected from the treadles to the big drive wheel, which is also called the flywheel or the main wheel. And then you have the drive band that is connected from the big drive wheel to the bobbin. On this particular spinning wheel, it has the whorls on the bobbin or the pulleys on the bobbin. We'll talk about that more later. And then you have the flyer, you have the orifice, the brake band, and the adjustment for the brake band. And then you have a lazy Kate on this wheel. let's take a look at the Kromsky Sonata. It also has treadles, it also has footman connectors, and that big drive wheel. It has a drive band, it has a flyer, it has a bobbin, the orifice where the yarn goes in, and it also has a brake. But notice on this wheel, your drive band goes through the whorls or the pulleys that are attached to the flyer. You're going to see that most manual wheels have a similar setup, and it's all the things that make it go. Treadles, a large drive wheel and a drive band, a flyer and a bobbin, and a brake. One of the manual wheels that might be a little different is a walking wheel or a grate wheel, but we're not going to go into those. We're just going to look at the manual wheels and look at the setup and how they work to make yarn. So let's take a look at some spinning wheels and look at all the parts.